Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing super well. Today's video is going to be a little bit of an update because I know some of you guys have subscribed to this channel following my journey with microneedling. And for any of you that don't know what microneedling is, essentially it is a treatment that I use to clear my acne scars almost completely. So when I had really severe acne, I was then left with those kind of indents, like the shallow pitted rolling scarring. I've made a whole video about my experience with microneedling and how much it helped my skin. In fact, actually, I have an entire playlist showing you how I microneedle, so I'll link that on screen now. But yeah, recently I've actually stopped microneedling and I wanted to explain to you guys why. So the first reason, and I'll be honest, there are a few reasons why I haven't been doing this. And I want to preface this by saying that if you haven't tried microneedling, it hurts. Really hurts still. Like, it really hurts. Particularly if you're doing it with a longer needle length, like a 1.5mm or 2mm needle length, like I've been doing, because I really want to target, as I said, like scarring, texture, fine lines, all of those things. You need a longer needle length to do that. Now, when I was really bothered about my acne scarring and I really felt like emotional pain from it, mostly because I'd had acne and scarring all within the space of 12 months. And I think it was kind of like a shock, really, kind of almost a trauma. So the emotional pain of it felt really real and definitely outweighed the physical pain. So now that my scarring has almost completely gone and I just feel so much more comfortable in my skin, regardless if I have a little bit of scarring left or if I'm breaking out, I just feel so much better in my own skin. I just feel so much more confident, and honestly, these things just don't really bother me as much. So as you can imagine, I just find it more difficult to find time to dedicate an entire evening to microneedling when I don't feel like I need the same results as I once did. If I didn't mention, it's been about 4 months since I microneedled. It might be a little bit longer. I think maybe 4.5 months. So yeah, for me, that is quite a long time. I was doing it every single month. I did stop whilst I was on Roaccutane, and for about, I think it was a year after even. So yeah, I have had long breaks from this. But yeah, since last year, I was doing it every single month. And yeah, for the last 4.5, I haven't. So the next reason is quite a big one, because for the last 4-5 weeks, I've been trialing out adapalene, which is in replacement for tretinoin, which I usually use. I've been using tretinoin for, yeah, it would be over a year now. So yeah, my skin got completely used to tretinoin, and yeah, microneedling and using tretinoin at the same time caused me no issues whatsoever. However, my skin just has not adjusted so well to differin for whatever reason. I just find it makes my skin a lot more sensitive and just, yeah, a little bit more kind of, I wouldn't say eczema prone, but I just feel a bit more kind of red and like, I really don't know how to describe it. It just feels more sensitive, I guess. So to do another treatment like microneedling, it just seems really aggressive on my skin, and I just haven't felt like it would make a lot of sense to just irritate my skin even more. So yeah, that's a really big one. And I think if I go back to using tretinoin, which to be honest, quite likely I will, then I will rethink this and I'll think about whether I want to introduce microneedling again. But yeah, for the moment, it just doesn't really make sense with my really sensitive skin. The next reason that I wanted to add is the vitamin C situation, because in order to get the results that I did from following the owndoc information, you really need vitamin C applied to your skin for about a week leading up to microneedling. And I did this religiously. Every time I would microneedle for a week before, I would apply the serum or the kind of spray that I would make using the powder that you can buy from owndoc. And that worked perfectly fine for me for all of this time that I've been microneedling. But for some reason, a couple of months ago, I applied it and my skin absolutely hated it. It was so red, it was super stinging and just felt really wrong. Like my skin absolutely hated it. So I rinsed it off and just left it. And then I tried it again a few weeks later and the same thing happened. So I don't know if my skin has just for some reason started to have this sensitivity to vitamin C. But yeah, I felt like that it would make no sense for me to be microneedling and going through all that pain if I didn't have the vitamin C in my skin in order to repair the collagen and to do what it needs to do. Am I the only person to have had this issue with vitamin C? Because honestly, I've never had it before. If you've also had this issue, then please leave me a comment and let me know. Because yeah, it just feels really odd. Like I don't know why my skin would tolerate it so well and then stop. Maybe it has something to do with the differin, but I believe the first time I tried this, I was still just using tretinoin. So who knows? So like I said at the beginning of this video, if you want to see exactly how I microneedle from home, how I managed to completely get rid of my acne scars, then I have an entire playlist. And I've also got a video in there which is called things to avoid when you're microneedling, and I would really recommend having a look at that video, because honestly, I for one have done some of those mistakes right at the beginning, and I don't want anybody to be disheartened, because I know I get lots of messages saying I've tried microneedling, I don't know if I'm doing it right, etc, etc, and I'm not a professional. I can only share what I've done and what's worked for me. So yeah, if that's the case, please go and check out my playlist. In fact, I'm going to make it really easy for you guys. I'm going to link it on screen now, so I think it's this way or this way. I always get this wrong, but yeah, go and check out that playlist. Let me know what you think, and until next week guys, I will see you then. Bye guys. We're just going to stamp your skin, and with the derma pen, like I said before, I'm just avoiding breakouts, because you really don't want to be causing inflammation where you're already breaking out. And then I'm targeting where my deeper scars are, or